Fala galera, beleza? Hoje mais um vídeo em busca do setup mais bonito da internet, eu acho que eu achei, tá? Esse aqui, cara, é o setup do Tech Tesseract, na verdade é um canal, e é um setup de casal, se eu não me engano, tá? Eu ainda não assisti aqui o vídeo completo, até porque perde um pouquinho a magia do React, né? Mas vamos dar uma olhada aqui juntos, galera, e se você aí, por acaso, tiver alguma sugestão de setup que você queira que eu passe aqui no canal, né, pra gente pegar ideias, que esse é o objetivo principal, né, desse quadro, coloca aí nos comentários ou me manda lá no Insta, que é o Oluditech. Aproveita, já me segue, né? Deixa o like no vídeo para ajudar na divulgação e o comentário também é muito importante. Bora lá, galera, dar uma olhada aqui no vídeo do Tech Tesseract. Lembrando que o vídeo dele vai estar aí na descrição, hein? Já lançou a musiquinha, cara, brabíssimo, né? Olha a quantidade de placa de vídeo que ele tem. Esse vídeo ele foi postado no final do ano passado, galera. Apesar deles terem colocado ali 2022, né? E como sempre, eu vou também dar uns cortes no vídeo para poder ficar mais curto. Quem quiser acompanhar tudo completo, link na descrição ou ir direto no canal deles.
So today's video, we're going to do a walkthrough of the office, going over all the different stations that we have in the setup so that you guys can get a better understanding of what it's actually
Uma parada diferente que eu já tô vendo aqui é o painel que eles colocaram atrás dos monitores, galera. Tem tipo uns LEDs, né? Uns pontinhos de LED. Muito maneiro. A mesa também tem um LED passando bem aqui na quina. Tudo texturizado, cheio de Danolith. Vai começar mostrando parte de gravação, tal, câmeras. Tudo organizadíssimo, né? As prateleiras. Olha a textura deles, galera. É colado na parede mesmo. Pelo menos dessa daí, né? E tem um LED, visivelmente um LED convencional atrás da TV. Caraca, tem até drone, mano. Pra gravar. Ó a plaquinha, essa aí eu tenho, hein? Só que eles colocaram um alienzinho.
Make that possible. And then inside of this unit right here, this is where we keep all of our batteries for all of our gear. So we've mounted and screwed everything down to the bottom so that it like doesn't move and it stays in place.
Ali, cara?
So you can just plop everything in there and pull
Parece
it out
uma pedaleira de
we also have like a Velcro
guitarra,
strap
né?
right here
Lá
so that
atrás.
whenever it's done charging, you can put it
Eu acho que é algo relacionado à iluminação.
And then up here on the top, this is just like random camera gear that we
então eles vão mostrar ali as câmeras. Vou passar um pouquinho. Eles até divulgaram ali
This was like the TV entertainment center. I didn't really plan for anything
parte
else
de entretenimento.
to use it for other than that. But since we started using
vários
the
tecladinhos mecânicos ali
in this
na
room
prateleira.
as well, this is where we shoot all of our YouTube videos. We now hook up our cameras to this TV so that we can see ourselves blown up.
Maneiro, essa parte aí bem minimalista.
Our cyberpunk figure that our friend Locus sent us. This is super cool because it was one of the first ever to come out, I believe, for their collector's edition, and he had extra ones, so he sent us one for Josh's birthday. Thank you, Locus, love you.
Essas paradas são caras nessas
action figures assim. A lot about. So these are from Amazon and they are 3D
aí,
wall panels that you can pick up. I like them because they give us that futuristic vibe that we're going for in our office. And then the tops of these cabinets, I've actually used some concrete wallpaper to give it more of an industrial look to the top of it to kind of match that
achei que fosse eu achei que fosse tipo um carpete, mas é um papel, um adesivo, papel de parede que eles colocaram
Meta Quest 2 VR headset. We don't use this as much as we used to. There's not a lot of games that have come out recently for it. We already played a lot of the games, so until they start making a lot of new games, we haven't really used it.
Eu queria saber se eles usam isso ou se eles têm a síndrome do PC Gamer. Isso é uma parada que eu acho muito maneiro também, esses quadrinhos. Cara, esse Game Boy é da antiga, hein?
Looks pretty nice. Moving on to this
cara,
area.
abre todo
this is my dedicated
Game
shelf,
Boy e
and
coloca
this is
no
where I keep
quadro.
a lot of my knickknacks. So let's start from the bottom. So this interesting cube that you see here, this is a Tesseract cube, a four-dimensional cube. In fact, we did a review video on them because we have a few of them in our house. So we have
Isso aí
one
teve
here,
uma época
and then we have
que
one
Toda hora eu entrava no Instagram, aparecia um setup com isso aí. Até compartilhei com vocês lá.
And they're really cool because they can be paired together
é só pra enfeitar, né? Vocês acham maneiro, galera, isso aí? Não acho que... É bonito, mas... Sei lá, ocupa maior espação, né, no setup. E é caro pra caramba também. Aí os tecladinhos. Tem a estação de lub, né? Caraca, maneiras keycaps. Eu nunca vi alguém vendendo keycap assim. Será que tem alguém que me acompanha que vende essas keycaps assim de... Eu esqueci o nome que se dá o material, né? Biscuit, eu acho, massa de biscuit. Interessante, hein? Aí, ó, uma área, galera, quem for artesã, alguma coisa nesse sentido, começar a vender umas keycaps customizadas aí. A bonequinha do Minecraft.
And then just some apple boxes to be displayed on. Now, moving over to the main setup. Let's first talk about how we actually built the setup, and then I'll go through and talk about everything.
Bonito, hein? Aí, o que vocês acham, galera? Olha o painel que é diferenciado. É, no caso, do lado direito, né? Olha o PCzão, maluco. Parece até que essa imagem foi virtualizada, né? Não sei se vocês têm a mesma impressão. Olha a quantidade de placa de vídeo lá em cima.
Starting with the desks, we get a lot of questions about
é bem gamer, não é tão minimalista a parte do setup.
Well, the top of it is a custom cut wood piece from Lowe's that we had.
Eles colocaram lá, não tá tão, o acabamento não tá tão perfeito não, ali no cantinho, dá pra ver.
To fit the measurements of the room, and then we
use essa parada branca aí, é um notebook?
And then I finished the edges off with this vinyl that you can also pick up at Lowe's. Now, above this desk, we have our custom
que foram eles mesmos que fizeram.
So we actually hired a carpenter to come out to our office and build out these cabinets on, well, not cabinets, shelves on the wall. And after he was done building the shelves, I added these IKEA shelves on the front of them, honestly by accident, and they just turned out great.
Pô, eu gostei da cor em madeira, hein? Cadê? Olha só, não ficou legal, galera? A cor em madeira assim, junto com os gaveteiros brancos?
Not cabinets, shelves on the wall. And after he was done building the shelves, I added these IKEA shelves on the front of them. Honestly, by accident, and they just turned out great. They finished the shelves, they made it look more modern in the way that I wanted them.
Pelo visto, eles que colocaram a mão aí, ó.
And then we just continued those custom panels that we got off of Amazon and cut them and put them.
Pra quem não sabe, aqui, né, galera, no meu quarto, eu que faço quase tudo, cara. Exceto os gaveteiros, né, que foi o pessoal do Soul Design que mandou. Mas o restante eu mesmo fiz.
I guess, flow going. And moving on to our projector screen. So if you saw our previous video in the 4 series, we had a really small projector screen. It
projetor ultra-wide isso aí?
And it looked really weird. So we custom built this
não, tá pegando ali no painel.
We got some plywood from Lowe's, and then we got some sheet from the fabric store.
Maneiro,
and we stretched it across, and we made it the exact measurement of the gap that you saw up there. To kind of make it more,
o outro lado já é mais minimalista, o outro setup.
And it looks really cool. So you might be wondering, why do we have such a big projector screen in our office? Well, it was one of the ways to hide the window behind this whole entire wall. Since we shoot a lot of YouTube videos in our office, we wanted to control the light in here so that it's easier to film. And that brings me to our other project that we did in here is our custom hexagon wall panel. This is probably my favorite thing in our office. I've never seen anybody have it in their setup or their YouTube studio. It's just a really cool touch to have, and I feel like it's super unique. Now, how we made this is we took 2 pieces of wood and we mounted them to the wall, and then we used LED strips to, I guess, mount them to the back of pieces of wood that were drilled into the wall. And then we put 2 other pieces of plywood on top of it and sandwiched them together and started putting all the hexagons onto the board. And then we cut out individual hexagons and used like frosted acrylic glass that we spray painted with a
boa ideia, galera, pra fazer aí, ó, na parede.
That frosted look so you would get more of an RGB glow. Up here on the top we have some Nanoleaf canvas panels, and we actually had to customize them on Josh's side and my side. We had to cut pieces of drywall out of the wall
to actually fit
the whole size or the length of the panels to fit the dimensions of the room. We also created this custom tubing system that you see right here. So it's using
Eu achei essa parte da mesa com pouca profundidade.
This is a tube from the plumbing section in Lowe's that I came up with the idea to super glue to the raceway, and then I sandwiched Govee LED strips on the top and the bottom so that it has that lighting effect and you don't really see the individual lights
Ou
of the
ela falou
strips.
só que
Now,
é
for lighting
tipo...
the entire room, we are using Govee LED strips. They basically run all the way along the shelves and inside the cabinets. Definitely the best LED strips you can buy. Would highly recommend. Now that we've gone over all the custom stuff in our office, let's take a look back at my desk and go over all of the stuff in it. So right on the top, we have my wall of GPUs. Now, a lot of people think I just collect these for fun, but in reality, we do not. We use them for all of our PC builds that we do on our YouTube channel. So there is a purpose to all of these GPUs. They're not just for display. And now, thanks to Intel, we have another one to add to our collection. Moving down to my actual desk setup, I'm using 3 monitors. The middle one is a 34-inch ultra-wide gaming monitor.
Gostei da disposição dos monitores.
Are 2 Alienware 25-inch gaming monitors, and I really like this layout.
São 2 de 25 polegadas e o principal de 34.
It works really good to have landscape and portrait.
Todo mundo tem essa mesa de som aqui da Go XLR, cara, impressionante.
Right next to
Lá na gringa, todo setup que eu vejo tem.
We have my desk riser stand from LanQ, and we put white wallpaper on the top of it just to match with the theme of our setup. And then I've just got my Amazon Echo Show and my Go.
Cara, esses Echo Show com imagem, vocês acham que é interessante, galera? Eu não acho que é muito útil, porque no próprio PC já tem ali a data, seria só um adicional, né? E também tem o comando de voz, obviamente.
On my microphone, and then I also have my really cool McLaren car over here that I really like, so I keep that on my desk. Josh actually has a whole collection of cars.
Ó, o hubzinho USB ali com card SD.
On his side that you'll see later
Deve ser da câmera.
On the right side of my desk, I have this button right here. So this button actually turns my PC on and off. It's a custom
pra ligar, desligar o PC, maneiro.
Motherboard, and then once you press it, it can control it. So I like having that because it's convenient.
Só que, pô, ela tem uma Echo,
né? Pra que vai
ligar o PC por esse botãozinho? Pô, olha o PC dela, caraca. Vamos periférico,
Razer Viper Ultimate V2.
Razer Viper Ultimate V2.
This is a mechanical keyboard from Melgeek, and it has a matching
teclado customizado, obviamente. Pô, legal, olha o
right next to my keyboard, I have my Razer Tartarus V2. Now, I use this specifically for only
Tá, esse Razer Tartarus V2 ficou maneiro, branco.
Playing games. I do not like to play video games on a keyboard. I absolutely hate it. So this, to me, is just more ergonomic. Josh says he doesn't like the feel of it, but for me, it works great.
Ela não gosta de jogar no outro teclado.
And then I also have a loop deck right up here on the top. So we use this when you're editing videos, and there's like a lot of settings.
O teclado é tão, o setup é tão perfeito que deve ter, dá até pena nem de jogar nele.
It sounds great for when I'm doing voiceovers or
microfonezinho da Blue Yeti.
That I'm using are the Sanyang bookshelf speakers. I really like them because they match the black and white theme that I was going for.
Monitor de áudio, pô, fica flutuando assim. Como é que ela colocou, cara? Isso eu tô curioso pra saber. Será que é um cabo de aço?
Pretty much daily. This is my daily driver when I'm out in the living room or we're traveling. It's really small, and Josh actually uses it too, so we both do. But it's a really good laptop. Absolutely love it. For my gaming chair.
Cara, eu fiquei realmente... deve estar preso na parede mesmo, né? O monitor de áudio. Mas é talvez um detalhe interessante, né? Colocar, tipo, com os cabos de nylon amarrado. Será que daria certo? A cadeira dela da Alienware. Muito bonita. Aqui no Brasil eu não vejo vendendo. Até o apoio de pé diferenciado.
It's probably the best footrest that I have ever gotten. I've used a couple in my office. We'll make sure to link that down below. But I like it because you can tilt up and down and it has like a lot of movement in it.
Tá aí uma parada que eu não teria no setup, carpete, cara. Porque ia sujar muito. Vocês não tem noção. Eu odeio carpete e tapete por causa disso. Tem que ficar limpando muito. Eu sou o cara mais simples possível pra essas paradas, tá ligado? Em casa, por exemplo, eu deixo só um copo. Se bobear, eu deixo só um copo, um prato e talher, mais nada. Já pra não gastar, vou ter que limpar toda hora. Né? Olha o cable management. A parte de baixo tá em madeira mesmo. Ela já fez aquela gavetinha, né? Uma partezinha, um compartimento pra esconder os cabos. O Razer Tartarus é sem fio.
We built these custom wood panels to go underneath our stands, like our risers, and we painted it white so that the light that's under here reflects off of it. You can't see like any of the cables for the monitors or anything, but Yeah, if you don't like cables.
Eu não entendi porque que ela tirou a planta, né? Pra poder olhar melhor.
Moving on to my PC,
a planta nem atrapalhava.
Vamos ver o PC. That I built. You can actually find a full video on our YouTube channel of the whole process of doing it. It's actually the second water-cooled PC I've built.
R$5.000.
This time I decided to experiment with some interesting bends. And overall, I'm really happy with how they turned out.
Eu acho que é
só
customização.
And I also made this custom display for the front of it so that I could have one of my mini displays on there and have a wallpaper or the temperatures of the CPU or the GPU. On the other side of the office,
eu acho que ela fez essa capinha, galera.
So all the stuff is pretty much similar when it comes to the shelf and the panels, but his monitor setup and his figures and stuff on his desk are a little bit different. So he has a lot of
Esse aí já é um setup mais minimalista, pelo que dá pra perceber.
And then his setup is actually rocking 2 monitors instead of 3. He used to have 3 that were in landscape mode, but he felt like they were too big for the desk, so he dropped down to 2.
Mesmo assim tem uns, sei lá, um Stream Deck ali diferenciado, né? Olha esse monitor.
Monitor for the main, and then on the side he's got a 27-inch gaming monitor from Alienware as well. For audio, he's using the Baby Bottle microphone from Blue, and then for his other audio, he has a sound bar, the Sound Blaster Katana V2, and it's really cool because it has RGB down on the bottom, so you get a nice effect there. For Josh's chair, he's using the Secret Lab Titan. He's been using Secret Lab chairs for the past few years now, and he just really likes the overall look and feel of them. They've got some really cool features as well, like a magnetic head and armrest and built-in lumbar support.
Pô, a cadeira parece ser básica, mas é cheia de ajuste,
accessories on his desk. He has this loop deck here that he uses mainly for editing our videos in Premiere Pro, as well as this
Pô, tem relógio, smartwatch ali.
And then he also has a custom mechanical keyboard from Melgeek
as esse teclado aí eu não achei bonito não. O que vocês acharam, galera?
Also has his Razer Death Adder V3 Pro mouse that he uses as well. And then this is Josh's custom PC. He uses this for everything really, although it gets rebuilt a lot because we always have new cases coming in, so it never stays looking the same for very long.
Meu PC é simples até, né? Tipo assim, não tá tão enfeitado quanto o outro. O outro é o Watercooler Custom. Agora, que watercooler é esse, cara? Esse watercooler aí eu não conheço não, hein?
New cases coming in, so it never stays looking the same for very long. And last on our tour is our spacebar. That's what we like to call it. So this is mainly our YouTube studio, and this is usually what you guys see
Essa é uma outra parte ainda? Tem outro setup?
So this is kind of like a set that we built out, and then we just have all of our PC parts, and this is normally where I would stand, and we would either have the camera right here or
deve ser a parte de gravação,
and sometimes we even have it up on the top. You actually don't see what this room looks like when we're actually filming. There is no room over here to walk because we usually have poles and cameras set up and lights everywhere.
Caraca, é um investimento muito bruto, né?
Why when we move that the studio
o título do vídeo tá aqui, é um setup de $50 mil.
So I'll give you guys a little close up of everything that's in our studio. So this is a sit-in.
Aí você para pra pensar, um setup de 50 mil, tu não consegue nem um quarto do que ela tem ali.
Stand desk from a Flexi Spot that they sent over to us, and I added these shelves on the end of it to hold like all of our camera stuff and
muito organizado.
For mounting on our tripods. And originally,
olha a quantidade de controle que tem ali.
I had shelves that went all the way around, but I closed it off with these panels because I just felt like it looked cooler and it matched the vibe.
Cara, essa textura é muito maneira.
Now, walking
só teria um problema aqui que seria poeira acumulada.
Over here to our storage. This is
é muito
a tool chest that we picked up from Lowe's, and it just has all of our stuff that we use like on a daily basis.
E as gavetas são...
nice and organized, and
eu queria ter essa organização assim, galera.
Really nice thing to have.
Olha isso, cara, todas as ferramentas organizadíssimas.
That keeps all of our screws separated and organized. That, like I said, it helps with building at PCs. And then we just have some more of our
tem placa-mãe também. Eu não satisfeito com placa de vídeo parada, né? Ela tem umas 3 placas-mãe ali.
The laptop that you see right here is our Alienware
outro notebook da Alienware.
And then we also have this Innocent Ultra Wide. I guess this is like a mega ultra wide.
Essa parte aí é só o notebook, não tem PC.
So we decided to put this in the setup. And then we just have like a BenQ light up at
é um monitor da InnoCN. A InnoCN, cara, acho que é InnoCN, né? Ela fabrica muitos display para monitores, tá ligado? Só que eu nunca tinha visto um monitor específico da marca.
Creative, I guess futuristic vibe. And then this shelf right here is
e tem mais placa de vídeo, mais processador ali. Mais ventoinhas da linha ali.
And then we have another one of those cubes that I told you about. And then for the top of the studio, we have these custom shelves that we have on the office side as well. And then just more boxes of our GPUs and some hexagon panels that we got
caixas de placas de vídeo.
Well. We'll make sure gonna link those in the description. And then we have the projector that we use right there to project onto our projector screen.
Olha o tamanho do projetor, maluco.
Talk about with the studio, like I said earlier, having a studio and a gaming setup to...
Caraca, essa imagem ficou braba nesse ângulo. Ó o projetor, realmente deu uma visão maneira, preencheu aquele espaço ali, né, do topo. E, cara, que falar desse setup, né?
Together, it just does not work. At
Olha
first
isso.
I used to think, why don't people have them together? Like it would make perfect sense. But
parece que a gente tá dentro de um cyberpunk mesmo, parada futurística.
Now, I definitely see why people have a separate studio room because there's just not room in this office when we have all of our lights and our cameras set up. So things that are going to change. Let me show you things that are going to change in our office when we move because we're moving soon. So this area right here, we are going to extend this. It's going to come out to here, probably a little further. And the desk that you see right here is going to extend to go all the way back. That way we have more access to this tool chest because it's kind of like cut off right here.
Eu gostei desse cantinho aí, cara. É tipo uma bancada em C, né? Então ela tem um espaço muito bom ali, um ambiente legal pra trabalhar. Isso é algo que eu quero fazer futuramente aqui, galera, no quarto. Colocar uma bancada aqui atrás.
So yeah, that was about it for the setup tour. If we missed anything, leave us a comment down below and we'll make sure to get back to you. But yeah, that's our little setup tour that we got for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I know we haven't showed the office in quite some time. I'm kind of sad.
Nível muito alto. Eu acho que é um dos mais bonitos que eu já vi, tá? Eu particularmente acho muito legal. Setup assim, branco, mesclando com algumas cores. E vocês, o que vocês acharam do setup? Deixa aí no comentário, galera. E é isso, um grande abraço. Também sugestão, se vocês tiverem alguma sugestão de vídeo, né, pra gente poder reagir aqui de setups, deixa na descrição, manda lá no Instagram. Valeu, galera, um abraço e fui!